Hi everyone, I'm Kat from Brierley Bears. I've decided I'm going to do a one-woman teddy bear show with the absence of live events this year. I thought it would be the best way to introduce you to all the bears without actually being able to handle them yourselves. So I'm going to introduce each one individually. I'm going to give you the name, price, details, what they're made with, and if there's any that you're interested in, just let me know. And I can either do a follow-up video if you'd like, or I could just give you a little comment below with their full story and their birth date. I also have gift certificates available as well, which I can do to any value. So if you're on a smaller budget, or if you're just wanting it as a gift or a stocking filler, maybe at Christmas later in the year, then I can sort that for you. That's no problem at all. A little bit about my bear business. It's called Brierley Bears, which is named after the village where I live and obviously what I make. I started my business 16 years ago this year, and it began when I made a soft toy for my cousin when she was born. I then did a course, learned how to make a traditional jointed bear, and I've been designing my own ever since. Now, all of my bears are one of a kind. I never make more than one of the same. If there's one you see and there's none that you particularly like, I do take on commissions, so I can always make something similar, but I will never do two the same. I'm also happy to make keepsakes for new babies or as a memorial gift as well. So if you've got anything like that you'd like to discuss, just contact me. I'm more than happy to go through it with you. And without further ado, I will start introducing you to the bears. Starting off, we'll just do a quick pan round of the stall since I've got it all set up nicely for you as though I'm at a real show. So we'll start with the banner, which has got all my contact details on. From left to right, we have gift certificates, followed by the gorgeous evergreen collection, Fergal the little alien, Atombra, Fritz at the back, Lancelot, Epona the brand new unicorn that you may have seen, a few awards that I've won in the past as well, Ambrose at the front, Wilfred at the back, Barney's the little brown one. He's been with me for a long time and he's such a sweet little bear. There's Ralph in the middle, Olivia and Eleanor at the back, Hamish with his mad little hairdo at the front, and Orion, who I made at Christmas. It was very, very sparkly. And just at the end, it's just a little notice saying that I do accept card payments, and if any of the bears are a little too expensive in one go, I do accept payment plans. I do them up to 4 months, and a 25% deposit would secure your bear, and the bear would be shipped out on receipt of last payment. Very simple, and I just send you a reminder every month until it's fully paid. And we'll start with the introductions, I think, in a second. There we go, just pan round again quickly, and away we go. Let's start with Fergal. Fergal is a little alien bear. He's made from mohair with felt paw pads, and he's about 8.5 inches tall. He is very, very fuzzy. I think that's the best way to describe him. He's got a large needle felted nose, which is green and matches the rest of his fur really nicely. His toes and paws are both embroidered. It's a varied embroidery thread, so there's slightly different colours on each paw. He's got an embroidered mouth, as they all have. His eyes, if you can see them clearly there, are hand painted in a two-tone green colour, so there's a pale green and a darker green in there. He's got little embroidered eyebrows, and his antennae are little pipe cleaners which can be adjusted if you don't like the position they're in. As long as you're gentle, it should be fine. His pendant that he's wearing is wire wrapped, handmade by me, and there's a little back view for you. It's filled with heavyweight polyester fibre, and he's got some steel shot in his tummy for a bit of extra weight, as I like all my bears to be nice and weighted. He's got some careful hand shading on his nose and eyes, just for a little extra detail. He's fully jointed, he's got nuts and bolts in his arms and legs, and he's got cotter pins in his neck. So he's fully movable. There we go. All bears come with a story. So if you'd like to hear his story or any of the others, just let me know, and I can either do a follow-up video or I can just put the story in the comments below. They all come with a little sewn-in tag that says Brierley Bears and not suitable for children, and they all come with an individually made hang tag. As you can see on Fergal's, he has his name and photo, everything that is made of, because it always makes me nervous when I send them abroad. It says Brierley Bears, designed and created by me, and just a note to say that they're collectible and they're not suitable for children under the age of 14. A website link, and they are all signed by me for authenticity as well. Fergal's adoption fee is £152. That includes UK special delivery. Overseas will be extra, but I do knock the cost of UK postage off as well. Next up we've got Feng. Feng is a panda. He's green and white luxury fake fur. He's super soft. He's part of the Evergreen collection that I made late last year. He has felt paw pads and inner ears, all of which have been carefully hand shaded. His paws have all got embroidered toes, and he's got a large green needle felted nose. His face has been carefully hand shaded too, around his eyes and his nose. He's got green and grey freckles, if you can see nicely there. His eyes are hand painted green glass, and his pendant is a wire wrapped beach stone that I've made. If I turn him around, you can see his back, his little tag there in his bum, his hang tag. He's filled with heavyweight polyester fibre, fully jointed, with nuts and bolts in his arms and legs, and cotter pin in his neck. And he's got a bit of steel shot in his tummy for an extra bit of weight too. He stands at 12 inches tall, and his adoption fee is £275. Again, this includes the UK special delivery, and overseas will be a bit extra. This guy is Forest. I think he might be my favourite out of the Evergreen collection. He's made from green fake fur with white tips. The theme of the Evergreen collection is this fur, which is absolutely gorgeously soft. His paw pads and inner ears are felt. Have all been carefully hand shaded around, which you can just see. He's got a handmade wire wrap pendant around his neck. He's got a large needle felted nose and black glass eyes. I tried my hand at a little bit of embroidery with this one as well, so he's got a nice little fern embroidered on his foot in a nice contrasting thread. I'll go for a back view. He's had his face carefully trimmed, and he's filled with heavyweight polyester fibre, and he's got some steel shot in his tummy for extra weight. Fully jointed again with nuts and bolts in his arms and legs, and cotter pins in his head. His adoption fee is £250, and he stands at 12 inches tall. Next we've got Finnian. He's the last one of the Evergreen collection. I only made 3 in that collection. He is again made from luxury fake fur, white and green with white tips. He's got felt paw pads and inner ears, and I've alternated the colours in each, which have all been carefully hand shaded, and he's got some little dots in there as well for a little added decoration. His nose is a large needle felted green, and it's got multicoloured sparkly thread running through it, which really suits his personality nicely. His eyes are hand painted, and they're a really pale green, nice and glittery. His joints are nuts and bolts in his arms and legs, and he's got a cotter pin wobble neck joint, so as you can see he can wobble his head a little bit. He's got a wire wrapped hagstone around his neck, another one that I found at the beach, it was too nice to miss. And there's a nice back view of him. There we go. It's filled with heavyweight polyester fibre, and he is got some steel shot in his tummy for extra added weight as well. And he is also 12 inches tall, and his adoption fee is £240. Next we've got Atombra. He's a 11-inch mohair bear. He's fully cotter pin jointed because he's made with traditional components, and he is quite fuzzy. It's nice felted mohair. He's been shaved and hand shaded to make him look nice and careworn. We've got a few patches on there. His paw pads are ultra suede, and he's got black glass eyes. He's got some embroidered eyebrows as well, if you can see them. Got some extra stitching to make it look like he's been a little bit in the wars. He's got a hump on his neck like a traditional bear, sewn in tag, hang tags there, and he's wearing a pair of binoculars because he's a little explorer. He has heavyweight polyester fibre in his stuffing, and he has some steel shot in his tummy for extra weight. His adoption fee is £230, and he's 11 inches tall. Right, now we've got Fritz. Fritz is made from really nice curly mohair. It's white and grey with black tips. Sorry. He's got a very large needle felted nose. I think I might have got a little bit carried away with that, but it suits him perfectly. His eyes are gorgeous black glittery glass eyes. Possibly the sparkliest eyes I've ever actually painted. It's got embroidered eyebrows. His paws and inner ears are felt, and he's got embroidered toes. He's got a crystal wire wrapped pendant around his neck. And back view. There we go. He's filled with heavyweight polyester fibre and has steel shot in his tummy for extra weight. Fully jointed with nuts and bolts in his arms and legs, and a cotter pin neck joint. He stands at 14 inches tall, and his adoption fee is £290. Almost forgot, he's also got a growler, so he sounds a little bit like a sheep. So here we go. Tilt him forward, tilt him backwards, and there you can hear his. Next we've got Lancelot. Lancelot is made from a really nice fake fur. It's really hairy. It's got felt paw pads and inner ears, which have all been carefully hand shaded. He's got embroidered paws on all four, filled with heavyweight polyester fibre and steel shot in his tummy for extra weight. He's fully jointed with nuts and bolts in his arms and legs, and he's got a cotter pin neck joint. His face has been trimmed to give him a sort of a beard and moustache look. There we go. and he's got a large needle felted brown nose. His eyes are black glass, and he's wearing a nice beach stone pendant, wire wrapped. I'll show you around for a back view. Again, sewn in tag. He stands at 14 inches tall, and his adoption fee is £250. There we go. Next up is my latest creation, Epona the Unicorn. She has the most amazing rainbow coloured hair, fully jointed, nuts and bolts in her arms and legs, cotton neck joint again. She's made from luxury fake fur, which is white and rainbow coloured. There we go, to spin her all the way around. Sewn in tags just underneath the tail. She's got felt hooves and her necklace is a nice crystal wire wrapped pendant. Her nose is a sparkly needle felted, and she's got an embroidered mouth which has been nicely hand shaded. She's got very sparkly purple glass eyes, which I'm not sure I'm quite catching in the light properly there, but they look better in person. And her horn is white and purple, that's also quite sparkly, and she's got felt in her ears. She stands measured nose to bum at 12 inches tall, and her adoption fee is £285. She's filled with heavyweight polyester fibre, and again she's got some steel shot in her tummy for extra weight. This is Ambrose. It's made from luxury fake fur again, white, and I believe that colour is called Bordeaux. It's gorgeous sort of autumn colours with like hints of red and blue and a little bit of green in there. He is also wearing a handmade wire wrap pendant. He's got gorgeous gold sparkly eyes and a large needle felted nose. He's filled with heavyweight polyester fibre, and he's got some steel shot in his tummy for extra weight. He's got black felt paw pads, and he has nuts and bolts in his joints for his arms and legs, and a cotton neck joint. A view all the way around. There we go. And he is 12 inches tall, and his adoption fee is £240. Now meet Wilfred. He's made from luxury faux fur again, and he is made with his fur designed to look like trousers. So he's got dark on the front, on the bottom half, and he's got a white fur on the top half, and he's got braces hand sewn in, nice little buttons that he's got on there. Let's turn him around for a back view. He's got a nice long hair in the middle. His paw pads are felted. He's got black on his feet and sort of a beige on his paws and inner ears. He's got a large needle felted nose, and he's got golden brown hand painted eyes. As you can see, nice and sparkly. Careful hand shading around his paws and face. He's got nuts and bolts in his arms and legs, and he's got a cotton neck joint, so he's fully jointed. Filled with heavyweight polyester fibre, and he has some steel shot in his belly for some extra weight. He's wearing a nice wire wrapped pendant around his neck. There we go. And he stands at 12.5. Next one is Ralph. He's made from a brown with white tips luxury fake fur. He's got brown cashmere paw pads which match nicely. Large needle felted nose. black glass eyes. He's been carefully hand shaded around his inner ears, paws and face. He's wearing a nice high hand wire wrapped pendant, fully jointed with nuts and bolts in his arms and legs, and a cotter-pin neck joint. He's filled with heavyweight polyester fibre, and he's got some steel shot in his tummy for a bit of extra weight. He is 12 inches tall, and his adoption fee is £265. Next we have Eleanor. She's another traditional style bear, made from blue mohair with a brown backing. She's got a large brown needle felted nose, black glass eyes, and she's got sewn on embroidered eyelids, which you can just see. She's also got embroidered eyebrows. She has blue ultra suede paw pads and inner ears, which have been carefully hand shaded, and she's wearing a rose collar. It's cream, and she also has a little cream rose in her hair. She is filled with polyester fibre, heavyweight, and she's got some steel shot in her tummy for extra weight. She's fully jointed. She's got nuts and bolts in her arms and legs, and she's got a cotter-pin neck joint. She stands at 10.5 inches tall, and her adoption fee is £200. This one's Olivia. She's made from a sparse mohair, it's lilac in colour. She's got pink felt paw pads, which I've hand shaded around in a purple colour. Another attempt at embroidery. She's got a nice purple lavender flower on her paw pad. She's wearing a lovely sea glass pendant, wire wrapped. She's got a large purple needle felted nose, black glass eyes, felt in her ears. She's also got a black eyelid. It's like eyeliner with the old 1950s flick they used to do. She's wearing a white flower in her hair, fully jointed with nuts and bolts in her arms and legs, and a cotter-pin neck joint, and she's filled with heavyweight polyester fibre and has some steel shot in her tummy for extra weight. She is approximately 10.5 inches tall, and her adoption fee is £240. This is Orion, quite possibly the sparkliest bear I have ever made. He's made from mohair, cream and black. Both have got gold sparkly thread running through. He's got a large needle felted green nose, which is also multicoloured and sparkly through there. He's got a handmade wire wrapped pendant around his neck, and he's got grey felt inner ears, grey felt paws, and beige paws on his feet. He's got green sparkly glass eyes, hand painted, and he's got white felt underneath there to give him some lovely highlights. His mouth's embroidered. It's filled with heavyweight polyester fibre, and he's got some steel shot in his tummy for extra weight. And he has nut and bolt joints in his arms and legs, and a cotter-pin wobble neck joint in his head. There we go. His adoption fee is £250, and he's 10 inches tall. This little guy is Hamish. It's made from mohair. He's about 8.5 inches tall, and he's got ultra suede paw pads. He has heavyweight polyester fibre filling with steel shot in his tummy for extra weight. He's fully jointed. He's got nuts and bolts in his arms and legs, and a cotter-pin in his neck joint. His eyes are really bright gold, hand painted and sparkling there as well. and he's got hand-shaded detailing including the dots on his paws. He's wearing a handmade wire-wrap beach stone pendant, and he has got a really nice head of hair which has been needle felted on but just left nice and fuzzy. His adoption fee is £240. He's also got a large needle felted nose as well. Almost forgot. And last but not least, little Barney. He's been with me the longest out of all these bears. He's been very stubborn and being very choosy about the people who adopt him. He's made from brown and white mohair. He's got mohair paw pads, which have just been trimmed down. He's wearing a nice wire wrap pendant again. Nice quite a small for me needle felted nose. Black glass eyes. He's got embroidered eyebrows. He's got heavyweight polyester fibre filling with some steel shot for extra weight. And I said I've had him for quite a while. He's actually got one of my old Sony tags with my maiden name on. He's fully jointed with nuts and bolts in his arms and legs and a cotter pin in his neck. And he's about 7.5 inches tall. His adoption fee is still on my old pricing scheme, so he's only £120, sorry, which is a bargain, even if I do say so myself. But it'd be lovely for him to find his forever home after so long. All the bears, as I've shown you on some of the others, come with an individually designed hang tag. They also come with an individually designed little booklet. It starts just at the beginning. It's got the name, photo, the story, because every bear has a little story, and the birthday. A little page where I can put a thank you note. I like to handwrite my thank you notes. Caring for your bear, so you know how to look after them. A little note about the quality, because I'm a stickler for quality. Everything is one of a kind. I don't plan on making that any different. Even if I do a collection, you're still going to get a one of a kind bear as part of it. Testimonials, because I love hearing back from customers. It's fantastic to hear what they think of the quality of the work. Products and services, just pointing out that I take on commissions, I offer the payment plans. I also have a monthly newsletter, which if you sign up to, you'll always get first option on a new bear. I also give a discount for shows, and every now and again I might throw in a special offer just for them. And then finally, just a little bit about me, just stating how long I've been making them, my contact details, and that's everything. And finally, if you have a smaller budget, or you just want to get somebody a little gift and put towards a bear that you know they'd like to adopt, we also have gift certificates available. They're valid for a full year, and I can do them to any value that you actually like. I've got preset prices on the website, but I can do them for any value really. Okay, I hope you like meeting them all. Sorry if I sound like I'm whispering a bit, because Willow is actually asleep at the moment. And if you see any bears that you're interested in, just let me know. Comments all below, and I can just send an invoice out to you to adopt. I can accept card payments, as I said, and I'm more than happy to do an instalment plan up to 4 months if it helps you adopt that bear that you love. I'm going to leave it there. If you want to hear any stories of the bears, they all have their own individual ones. I'd be happy to post that below, or if you'd prefer me to do a little video again with the story, I'm more than happy to do that as well. I'll see you later.